Hello everyone. Welcome back. Today, we've got some crucial news you don't want to miss. Let's dive right into the top financial headlines and break down what's happening. Let's dive into 3 fascinating Christmas-related news stories. 1. A white Christmas in New York. ABC News reported that New Yorkers enjoyed a magical white Christmas Eve this year. While the snow didn't stick around for long, with most of it melting by Wednesday morning, it still added to the holiday cheer. Meteorologist Tony Fracasso explained that the light snow made buildings look beautiful, even if it didn't last. A white Christmas is a rare treat for the East Coast, especially in New York, unlike places in Northern Europe, where snowy holidays are almost guaranteed. There's just something extra special about snow on Christmas, evoking images of Santa gliding on his sleigh and bringing joy to all. 2. Syrian Christians attend Christmas Mass for the first time since Assad's fall. According to Reuters, Syrian Christians gathered on Christmas Eve for the first time since the fall of Bashar al-Assad's regime earlier this month. This event marked a significant test for the new Islamic ruler's promise to protect human rights in Syria. The service, held in the tightly secured Church of Our Lady in Damascus, was surrounded by armed vehicles of the ruling Salvation Front, a faction with roots in Al-Qaeda. The service was a bittersweet moment for the community. Just hours before, protests erupted in Damascus against the burning of a Christmas tree in a village in Hama province. Ahmed Shola, the Salvation Front's leader, has reassured Christians and other groups of their safety. While Shola now wears a suit instead of his former jihadist attire, skepticism remains. For many Christians, the sight of SUVs blasting jihadist songs through Christian neighborhoods doesn't inspire confidence. Reuters hints at cautious optimism but leaves readers questioning whether the Salvation Front has truly changed its ways. 3. Russia launches Christmas Day attacks on Ukraine's energy grid. The Wall Street Journal reported a grim side to Christmas this year, as Russia launched a massive missile and drone assault on Ukraine's energy infrastructure. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky shared on Telegram that over 70 missiles, including ballistic ones, and more than 100 drones were used in the attack, leaving the country scrambling to manage power outages during the holiday. Meanwhile, Russia accused Ukraine of retaliating with 59 drones targeting Russian territories. The tragic irony of these attacks on Christmas, a day meant for peace and celebration, underscores the ongoing pain and destruction caused by the war. While the holidays bring joy to many, these stories remind us of the struggles some continue to face, even on days meant for peace and goodwill. The second news to share today: Trump and Tesla will turbocharge self-driving race. According to a Reuters report, 2025 will mark the start of an intense competition in autonomous and assisted driving technologies. McKinsey projects that by 2035, the market for autonomous driving software alone could be worth $400 billion. President-elect Donald Trump is poised to be a catalyst in this race. The Washington Post reports that Trump plans to ease regulations on AI developers and centralize federal approval for autonomous driving technology. This would eliminate the need for state-by-state approvals, simplifying and accelerating the rollout process for companies. Reuters highlights that the global race is heating up, especially with China's aggressive push into the autonomous driving space. At least 19 companies in China are already testing fully self-driving cars. Goldman Sachs predicts that by 2040, 90% of new car sales in China will feature Level 3 automation or higher, compared to just 65% in the US. If Trump accelerates adoption in America, US highways may soon resemble China's, where autonomous vehicles dominate. So why is China seemingly ahead? Reuters notes 2 key factors. First, Chinese automakers are leveraging autonomous driving as a competitive edge in a deflationary economy, offering the technology as a free or discounted add-on with electric vehicles. In contrast, US companies charge for autonomous driving software, often as a subscription, either monthly or annually. Second, there's a cultural difference. Chinese manufacturers don't view software as a primary revenue stream. Instead, they generously bundle advanced features, which can be upgraded via software, at little to no additional cost. This approach extends beyond cars and applies to many tech-related products. While this benefits Chinese consumers, it poses challenges for global competitors. Reuters also analyzes the potential downside of this trend. While the $400 billion market opportunity is enticing, intense competition and cost-cutting could erode profits. Advanced autonomous features increase production costs but don't always justify higher prices. manufacturers may find themselves stuck in a race to the bottom, offering more for less to stay competitive. For consumers, this could mean faster adoption of autonomous driving technology at lower prices. However, there's a risk. As automakers prioritize affordability and innovation over profitability, safety standards could be compromised. The rush to outdo rivals with free features and discounts might lead to significant safety concerns in the long run. Reuters concludes that while the race toward autonomous driving will undoubtedly shape the future of transportation, it's a double-edged sword. Lower costs benefit consumers, but the pressure to cut corners may come at a high price in terms of safety and reliability. Thirdly, let's focus on South Korea's political turmoil. Opposition moves to impeach acting president. The Associated Press reported today that South Korea's main opposition party, the Democratic Party, plans to submit a motion on Thursday to impeach acting President Han Duck-soo, who is currently serving as Prime Minister. However, the move comes with significant risks. Initially, the Democratic Party intended to file the impeachment motion on Tuesday but delayed it for unknown reasons. Some speculate it may have been postponed due to Christmas festivities. South Korean media, however, suggest the impeachment is unlikely to pass without support from the ruling party. The ruling party's stance is clear. While they agree with removing President Yoon Suk-yeol, they prefer Han Duck-soo to remain in charge for the remainder of Yoon's term. This ensures that power doesn't shift to the opposition prematurely. The AP also quoted Shin Yeol, a political science professor at Seoul's Myeongji University, who criticized the Democratic Party's move as excessive. He stated, "Impeaching the acting president for opposing a special investigation into Yoon Suk-yeol and the First Lady isn't justifiable. Han hasn't committed any wrongdoing. You can't remove someone just because you disagree with their stance." A Democratic Party spokesperson told the AP that their goal is to pressure the acting president and push for an early presidential election. Opposition leader Lee Jae-myung is eager to become South Korea's next president, but his own legal troubles complicate the situation. Lee has been convicted of violating election laws and is currently appealing the decision. The court is expected to rule on his appeal in February 2025. If the conviction is upheld, Lee would be barred from running for public office for 10 years, throwing the opposition's plans into disarray. This uncertainty leaves South Korea's political crisis unresolved. While the opposition seems to have gained momentum, their reliance on Lee as a presidential candidate poses a significant challenge. The Democratic Party has not presented an alternative candidate, leaving their strategy unclear. For now, South Korea's political turmoil looks set to continue, with no immediate resolution in sight. Fourthly, the Wall Street Journal today published an article exploring a provocative question: will Trump invade Panama? While it might sound speculative, the issue has captured widespread attention due to former President Donald Trump's recent remarks about the Panama Canal. Trump has criticized Panama on two fronts. First, he believes the fees charged to U.S. ships using the canal are excessive. Second, he disapproves of Panama's ties with China, particularly the management contracts granted to Chinese companies, including Hong Kong-based Hutchison Whampoa, for two key ports. Trump has also labeled the decision by former President Jimmy Carter to transfer control of the canal to Panama as foolish and hinted at reclaiming the canal if Panama fails to meet U.S. demands, such as creating discounted passage for American ships. Panama's president responded firmly, stating that the canal is a sovereign part of Panama's territory and non-negotiable. A historical context. The article details the 1977 treaty negotiated under President Carter, which returned control of the canal to Panama in 1999. Today, the canal's revenues are managed independently by the Panama Canal Authority, ACP, with surplus funds deposited into Panama's treasury. While ACP operates autonomously, it has faced significant challenges in recent years. A third set of locks, inaugurated in 2016, was a major upgrade led by ACP. However, the canal's operations rely heavily on Gatun Lake, which provides water for both the canal and 60% of Panama's drinking supply. A prolonged drought since mid-2023 has led to reduced water levels, forcing authorities to cut daily transits to prioritize drinking water needs. The canal's operational disruptions have resulted in a $1 billion revenue loss, highlighting the pressing need for alternative water sources. Building a new reservoir would cost an estimated $2 billion, a sum Panama struggles to raise. The journal points out that even if the U.S. were to take control of the canal, it would face the same financial and logistical challenges. Political risks beyond economics. While economic constraints make a US takeover unlikely, the Wall Street Journal emphasizes the political tension surrounding Chinese influence in the region. 5 key ports in Panama involve Chinese interests, either directly or through partnerships. 2 are managed by Hutchison Whampoa, while the remaining 3 are controlled by a consortium involving US, Singaporean, and Taiwanese entities, some of which have significant Chinese investment ties. Trump's concerns about China's influence over the canal's operations are not entirely baseless. The journal notes that these geopolitical dynamics, more than economic issues, could provoke drastic actions. A warning to Panama. The article concludes with a dual assessment. From an economic perspective, a US reclamation of the canal is unlikely, as it would inherit the same challenges Panama faces. However, politically, Panama must address US concerns over China's involvement. If left unresolved, Trump's apprehensions could escalate into military action to reclaim control of the canal under the guise of protecting US interests. The Wall Street Journal warns Panama's leadership to take these concerns seriously, as ignoring them could have dire consequences for the nation's sovereignty and stability. Justin Sun, the Elon Musk of crypto? Finally, the Wall Street Journal published an intriguing report today on Justin Sun, founder of the Tron blockchain, titled, "Justin Sun Wants to Be the Musk of Crypto." Known for his flamboyant business moves and attention-grabbing stunts, Sun has emerged as a prominent, albeit controversial, figure in the crypto world. Despite facing widespread criticism and negative press in China's financial sector, as well as international skepticism, Sun has defied the odds. After weathering a series of public and legal challenges, he has re-emerged as a figure of fascination for major global financial media outlets. Bold investments and high-profile moves. Sun recently made headlines with his $30 million investment in World Freedom, a cryptocurrency project endorsed by the Trump family. His funding arrived at a critical moment when the project seemed unlikely to meet its fundraising goals. This intervention not only saved the initiative but also secured Sun a spot as an advisor to the project. In addition, reports indicate that Sun has met with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago, further cementing his connection with the Trump family. Such moves seem to be part of a broader effort to forge relationships within Washington's political circles, especially as Sun continues to face significant legal pressure from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. SEC legal challenges. In 2023, the SEC charged Sun and his companies with selling unregistered securities, manipulating token prices, and paying celebrities, such as Lindsay Lohan, to promote his projects. These charges are considered serious, and even with a new SEC chair expected under Trump's administration, experts believe the regulator will not easily drop the case. Sun, for his part, has denied all allegations, insisting he has engaged in no wrongdoing. He remains undeterred by the legal scrutiny, instead doubling down on his vision for mainstream adoption of digital assets. Aiming to be the Musk of crypto. In an interview, Sun revealed that his aspiration to become the Elon Musk of the crypto world was inspired by another individual in Trump's inner circle. At first, it might seem too wild or over the top to some people, he said, but I believe many of the things we are doing will ultimately achieve great results. Sun has consistently positioned himself as a trailblazer in the crypto industry, from his 2011 arrival in the US to study at the University of Pennsylvania to his headline-grabbing $4.6 million bid to have lunch with Warren Buffett in 2019. The Trump connection and financial stakes. Sun's investment in World Freedom is seen as a strategic move to gain favor with the incoming Trump administration. The project's token sale has broader implications, which Sun believes could bridge the gap between digital assets and traditional finance. Notably, 75% of the $30 million investment, over $20 million, will directly benefit Trump family enterprises. A divisive figure in the spotlight. As one of the most outspoken Chinese crypto investors, Sun remains a polarizing figure. While some view his efforts as opportunistic, others see potential in his vision of bringing digital assets into the mainstream. Whether Sun will achieve his goal of becoming the Elon Musk of crypto and reshape his public image remains to be seen. However, his relentless ambition and strategic maneuvers ensure he will remain a figure worth watching in the ever-evolving crypto space. That's all for today. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more updates. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.